Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in the Carenado Beechcraft Baron and we are at Dundee Airport in Scotland. No ORBX True Earth today, we're using ORBX Global and we're doing a little test run of Active Sky, doing an IFR flight from Dundee up to Aberdeen. The route today, we take off out of Dundee, track north to waypoint Asnod, then follow the Papa 600 airway to Alpha Delta November VOR, and then we'll fly the ILS runway 16 into Aberdeen. As I say, basically the point of today's flight was just to test the Active Sky weather in P3D V5 and to try out a little IFR hop. Hope you enjoy the flight. Okay, pre-flight inspections completed, hops and tack times are recorded, loose articles stowed and secured, passenger and crew briefing completed, seatbelts, harnesses fastened and adjusted, avionics master switch off, transponder is off, circuit breakers are in, interior lights off, mixtures full rich, throttles half-inch open, propellers high RPM, brakes set and hold. Battery on, and boost pump on, fuel pressure stabilised, area is clear, clear prop! And 1200 RPM, oil pressure is rising. Boost pump to the right engine. Fuel pressure is good. Area is clear. Clear prop! And oil pressure rising. Check each alternator. Good. Avionics master switch on, turn the radios on. Engine instruments are checked. Set the radios and the nav, which I did before just to save some time. Check flaps. Full flap and back to zero. We'll get the ASUS.
Echo Golf Papa November Airport Information Oscar 0321 Zulu Weather Wind 081 at 9er Visibility 9100 Sky Condition Ceiling 400 Overcast Temperature 15 Dew point 14 QNH 1011 Advise on initial contact. You have information Oscar.
The altimeter. We'll call for our clearance.
Echo Golf Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform this type Beach Baron IFR Aberdeen ready to copy. Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform is cleared to Aberdeen Airport and filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain altitude 6000. Departure frequency is 122.9er squawk 1104. Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform cleared to Aberdeen Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain altitude 6000. Departure on 122.9er squawk 1104. Beach Hotel Mike Uniform, correct. Contact ground on 122.9er.
Okay, so we set 6000 for the autopilot, runway heading 094 and transponder 1104. Taxi lights can go on, second beacon.
Dundee round Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform, request taxi IFR. Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform, taxi holding point for runway 9er, using taxiway Charlie, contact tower on 122.9er when ready. Taxi holding point for runway 9er via taxiway Charlie, Beach Hotel Mike Uniform.
Okay, so it's a simple taxi, we just taxi down to the end here, left onto Charlie. We'll do the run-ups and then we'll call take off. We'll have to backtrack slightly. Runway 09. There's no run-up area, so we'll just stop here at the holding point to do the run-up check. Heart brake on. So set throttles up to 1700 RPM. Check the magnetos. There goes the Logan Air flight. And check the propellers.
Logan 625, contact Dundee, departure on
Idle.
2.9.
Above 650. And back to 1200 RPM.
Logan 625 is climbing through 900 for altitude 13,000. Logan 625, Dundee, departure, roger.
Okay, fuel quantities are checked. Trim is set to take off. Flight controls.
160, resume on navigation. Climb and maintain altitude 13,000.
Full free and the correct spin. Flight instruments we have set.
Logan 625.
Radios and navies are set. Transponder out. Propellers high RPM. Boost pumps are off. Flaps set to take off. And visually checked. Cow flaps open.
Dundee Tower, Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike uniform, ready to go. Runway 9er, IFR to Aberdeen. Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike uniform, cleared for takeoff. Runway 9er, service wind 082 at 9er. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 9er, Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike uniform.
Okay, so we'll taxi onto the runway, we'll backtrack just to give us a slightly longer takeoff run, and we'll depart on runway 09. Yeah, so the radios and the navigator I set up before the start of the video just to save a little bit of time. Got the HSI course bar set to 036, which is the outbound radial for the airway. VOR1 is set to Perth VOR, which is Papa Tango Hotel, has been identified, and VOR2 is set to the Aberdeen VOR, Alpha Delta November. Turn around here. T's and P's are good. Let's go. Full power. And put it back on stick. Positive climb, you're up. And climbing away at 120 knots. And maintain runway heading as cleared. That can go up.
Beach Hotel Mike uniform, contact Dundee, departure on 122.9. Contact Dundee, departure on 122.9er, Beach Hotel Mike uniform, thanks for the help, bye. Dundee, departure, Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike uniform is at 1,400, climbing altitude 6,000. Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike uniform, Dundee, departure, roger, UNA 1011. Beach Hotel Mike uniform, you are 52 miles southwest, turn left heading 340, climb and maintain altitude 6,000, expect vectors ILS, runway 16, approach. Please stand by. Hotel Mike Uniform, Beach Hotel Mike Uniform, rudder. Beach Hotel Mike Uniform would like ILS, runway 16, approach Alpha Delta November, transition. Beach Hotel Mike Uniform, 2.52 miles southwest, expect ILS, runway 16, approach via Alpha Delta November, transition. Cleared to Alpha Delta November. Expect ILS, runway 16, approach via Alpha Delta November, transition. Cleared to Alpha Delta November, Beach Hotel Mike Uniform.
Okay, so he wanted to give us vectors straight to the ILS, but we don't want to do that today, so I've requested the ILS via the Alpha Delta November transition, and we'll take up a heading of 355. Rather than flying direct to the VOR, we'll take up the airway that we've planned, and we'll fly on the airway to Alpha Delta November. Speed's a little bit low there. Switching down to gain some airspeed. And we're cleared to 6,000, so we'll level off there if we don't get higher.
Climb and maintain altitude 9,000. Climb and maintain altitude 9,000. Beach Hotel Mike Uniform.
Okay, and he's now cleared us to 9,000, so we'll climb to 9,000. That's 1,000 feet to go.
63 Jaguar Sierra traffic test at November 760 up at Lima at 7 miles southwest inbound visual runway 3.
We've cleared the tops of the clouds. And levelling off at 9,000. So we'll trim out for the cruise and then we'll turn on the autopilot just for the cruise section. So flight director on, go heading and altitude, autopilot on. And we're just coming up on the 036 radial by the looks of it. Go 20 inches on the manifold pressure and 2300 on the RPM for the cruise. We'll lean the mixtures. Here's the radio, we'll turn on to heading 036. And the altitude looks like the autopilot captured 9,100 feet, so about 9,000.
Traffic, Quaker, November 700, Mike Sierra is 10 miles west inbound, visual, runway 25.
Tail flaps closed. Engine instruments look good, taxi lights can go off. Should have turned the landing lights on, they're off, and should have turned the pitot heat on, we'll turn that on now. Must have missed that in the checklist, which is not good.
Hotel Mike Uniform, contact Goddess Control on 11.875.
And the Propson can go on from that radio call as well.
119.875, Beach Hotel Mike Uniform, goodbye. Goddess Control Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform with you. Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform, Scottish Control Roger, UNH 1011.
And we're cruising now above all the weather, which is good. Adjust the heading slightly to the right to maintain the radial.
Bombardier, Echo Romeo X-ray, turn left heading 120, resume on navigation, climb and maintain flight level 210. Turn left heading 120, proceed on course, climb by level 210, Bombardier, Echo Romeo X-ray. Hotel Mike Uniform, contact Aberdeen approach on 120.4. Contact Aberdeen approach on 120.4 Beach Hotel Mike Uniform, thanks for the help, bye. Aberdeen approach, Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform with you, altitude 9,000. Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike Uniform, Aberdeen approach, Roger, UNH 1011.
We'll get the ASUS for Aberdeen.
Echo Golf Papa Delta Airport Information Tango 0320 Zulu weather wind 151 at 7 visibility 6000 sky condition ceiling 400 overcast temperature 14 dew point 14 QNH 1013 advise on initial contact you have information Tango Echo Golf
Charlie Kilo, you are 8 miles southwest, turn left, heading 2905, climb 2,500. Expect vectors, visual, runway 12, approach. Turn left, heading 2905, climb and maintain 2,500. Expect vectors, visual, runway 12, approach. Piper India, Charlie Kilo. Charlie Kilo, climb 3,600. Beach Hotel Mike uniform. Descend and maintain 3,400. Descend 3,400. Beach Hotel Mike uniform.
He wants us to
Climb
descend.
3,600. Piper India, Charlie Kilo.
Fuel's good. T's and P's are good. Turn off the autopilot. And we'll bring the power back not below 15 inches manifold pressure.
Beach Hotel Mike uniform. Please expedite your descent to 3,400.
Next we can go rich.
Aberdeen approach, Cessna Golf Bravo Delta Foxtrot Mike, is leaving 5,400 for 2,600. Cessna Golf Bravo Delta Foxtrot Mike, Aberdeen
Cockpit can go off.
Roger.
Landing lights can go on.
011.
So while we're descending, we'll briefly approach. We are flying the ILS runway 16 at Aberdeen with the Alpha Delta November transition. Frequency is 109.9, final approach track 161, aerodrome elevation 215 feet. Profile check at 7 DME of 2500, and that's down to an MBA of 410. This approach climb runway heading to 3000. The Alpha Delta November transition will fly outbound from the VOR on a radial of 012, descending as required not below 2500, and then it'll be a left turn to intercept the localizer. So we'll track into the Alpha Delta November VOR as we're doing now. We'll turn outbound radial 012, and then 3 miles to start the left turn, and we'll tune the ILS for runway 16. We're not quite on the radial there, so I'm just keeping the heading coming right to intercept.
Contact Scottish Control on 119.875. 119.875. Piper India, Charlie Kilo, goodbye.
Still not quite regaining on that radial, so I'm keeping coming to the right on the heading.
Beach Hotel Mike Uniform, you are 6 miles west, cleared ILS, runway 16, approach via Alpha Delta November, transition. Maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer. Contact Aberdeen Tower on 118.1 westbound on the approach. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Turn left heading 120. Turn left heading 120. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike. Clear ILS. Runway 16 approach via Alpha Delta November transition. Maintain 2,500 until established. Tower on 118.1 Beach Hotel Mike Uniform.
Okay, so he wants us to call the tower inbound. We'll set the frequency up now, so it's a quick change later on, and we can just send down to 2,500.
Roger, UNH 1011.
It's starting to come back on the radial now.
Piper India Charlie Kilo, descend altitude 3000. Descend altitude 3000. Piper India Charlie Kilo. Alpha Foxtrot flight.
Turn back onto our heading, and that's 1,000 feet before we stop the descent.
Viper India, Charlie Kilo.
Okay, just going over the top of the VOR now. We'll turn left onto the heading of 012 to take up the 012 radial for 3 miles. On the 012 radial. And that's the ILS tuned. Three miles, we can start our left turn onto a heading of 161 to take up the localizer. And just lost a little bit of height there. We're supposed to descend to 2500, so we'll make sure we climb back up to 2500. See high workload doing all this single pilot.
Aberdeen approach, Ryanair 152, changes leaving 11,400, third altitude 10,000. Viper India, Charlie Kilo, airport is 11 miles, at your 1 o'clock, turn right, heading 125.
There's a localizer coming in.
Ryanair 1523, Aberdeen approach, roger, UNH 1012. Turn right, heading 125, Viper India, Charlie Kilo. Viper India, Charlie Kilo.
And we'll just identify the ILS to make sure what we're following is what we want.
10 miles northwest, descend and maintain 2,500, cleared visual, runway 12, approach, switch to advisory on 122.9.
There the ILS is identified.
Descend 2,500, cleared visual, runway 12, approach, advisory on 122.9, Viper India, Charlie Kilo. Cessna Alpha Foxtrot Mike, turn left, heading 125.
Gear down, 3 green. So brakes off, undercarriage is down, mixtures are rich, fuel quantity is good, and landing lights are on. And the tower wanted us to call inbound.
Aberdeen Tower, Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike uniform is 9 miles north inbound ILS, runway 16 approach. Beach Golf Victor Hotel Mike uniform, Aberdeen Tower, continue runway 16. 1013. Continue runway 16, Beach Hotel Mike uniform.
So it's at the QNH 1013. And glide slopes coming in. Doing about 120 knots, so we want to descend about 600 feet a minute down the glide slope. And the OTIS said the cloud base was 400 feet, I believe, so we're expected to be visual around 600 feet. So now we're just flying to track and maintain the glide slope and the localizer. Slowly start reducing the speed just so that we can take the first stage of flap.
Beach Hotel Mike uniform, cleared to land, runway 16. Cleared to land, runway 16. Beach Hotel Mike uniform.
And we'll clear land. Still a little bit low on the glide slope there, we'll correct. Expecting to become visual soon. Yeah, visual with the runway. Pitch full fine. Undercarriage is down. Flaps are set. Landing clearance is received. And the runway is clear. A touch higher, but that's okay since the runway is plenty long enough. Find the Baron tends to sort of drop out of the sky if you get too slow, so it's better to fly a little bit faster on the approach. And idle power, flaring. Touchdown. And we'll brake and vacate to the right. We'll vacate just to the right here onto the runway 14 for the helicopters.
Hotel Mike Uniform, contact ground on 121.7. Over 2121.7, Beach Hotel Mike Uniform, bye-bye. Aberdeen, ground, Beach, Golf, Victor, Hotel, Mike, uniform, request taxi to stand. Beach, Golf, Victor, Hotel, Mike, uniform, taxi to stand 10, in taxiway Delta. Taxiing to stand 10, using taxiway Delta, Beach, Hotel, Mike, uniform.
Okay, Delta's basically down to the end of this runway, turn left, and 10 is just on the corner of the terminal. So turn left here. And flaps can go up. Lights can go off. P3D heats off. is 10. And we'll open the cow flaps. And we'll just follow the docking bay guidance onto the bay. Fire brake set. Taxi lights off. Avionics master off. Throttle to 1200 RPM. Check the magnetos. Mixtures to idle cutoff. Magnetos off. Lights off. And battery off. And we'll open the door.
So there you go, we've made it to Aberdeen. It's a few little mistakes along the way, but that's somewhat to be expected. Single pilot IFR is obviously a very high workload, and as someone that doesn't get to practice it very much these days, I'm not at all surprised that it kept me pretty busy. In terms of Active Sky, it did a great job of depicting the weather in the simulator, as it always seems to do, and it seems to work very nicely in P3D v5. That test was run using the enhanced atmospherics turned off in the simulator, but I've found that it seems to work pretty well either way. I'm sure most of you know, but Active Sky is one of those add-ons. It's almost essential really in Flight Sim. It does a great job of depicting the weather, and obviously weather is a huge part of flying. That's all for now. Thanks very much guys, hope you enjoyed the flight, and I'll see you all again soon.